Welcome back to round 3 of our Legacy Rumble here at General Games. For those just joining us now, I'm Zach. I'm here with Chris in the booth. How are you, man?
Not too bad, yourself?
Yeah, very good. We're looking at a cool matchup now between Jack and Matt. They're playing Death and Taxes and Miracles with a bit of a change.
Yeah. I mean, you thought the deck was dead? No, it's not. It's been doing pretty well online.
So the list that Matt's playing is just a Miracle Shell without top, yeah? What else is different?
So no counterbalance, no top. So it's running 4 Terminus, some Unexpectedly Absent.
Okay, cool.
Portent, which is apparently very, very strong.
Right.
I haven't cast the spell myself, but...
Remind me what Portent does? It's an old cantrip, isn't it?
Yeah, so it's a slow trip. So blue sorcery, look at the top 3 cards of target player's library, and you can rearrange them, and then at the beginning of the next upkeep, I believe, or draw step, you draw a card.
Interesting.
So it's good to set up your terminuses and whatnot, but also it can help you lock your opponent out. So you can target your opponent, like once you've gained control of the board, you can target your opponent and kind of, make sure you're controlling.
Great. It's kind of like a Fate Seal.
Yeah,
cool.
Yep.
So Jax led off this game with Covenant of Souls, which I mean, naming human, and dropping Mother of Ruins. So big start against the control deck.
Yep, absolutely.
Looking at Matt's hand, he's got a Force of Will in there, another Ponder.
There was a Portent.
Yeah, okay. Ripping a couple of lands and a counterspell off top of the Ponder. This might just be a shuffle for Matt.
Yeah, I mean, that Cavern of Souls, he's got to do a lot of work. So
sure.
He's already got a counterspell in hand. So I think, is that a Terminus in the hand? There's a Jace there.
Yeah, it looks like a Jace, Terminus. Something else in the middle there I can't quite make out. Jack's looking at a Flicker Wisp and a Batter Skull.
And another Mother is? I think another Mother.
Could be a Mother with the Caracas there at the end.
Yep.
All right, Lango says Matt and Jack's leading off with the Flicker Wisp.
Cool. Now that he actually will be able to counter if he really wanted to.
Yeah, okay. What's Flicker Wisp doing right now? Just being a beater?
Yeah, just a beater. I mean, and like, that could do it. Like,
yeah, sure.
Swings for 3. Yeah.
Force of Will on the Flicker Wisp. Wow. And that's turn.
Yeah, I mean, that seems fair. He might feel like he's not going to get a lot of use out of that Force of Will.
Yeah,
so
okay.
Take the opportunity to...
I'd understand that, but it still feels bad losing 2 cards against a 3/1 flyer.
Yeah, no, I could definitely feel that. So Jack's also got a Phyrexian Revoker in his hand.
Yes,
Looks like he's drawing a port. She promptly plays.
The Revoker's going to play a big part against the Jace in Matt's hand as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yep. So Larkham draws the counterspell. Plays Volcanic Island.
Passes the turn, okay. Putting down the Volk.
So it doesn't play the Jace there.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's interesting. You might not feel it's safe to yet.
Yeah, that's fair enough.
To see what Jack has so we can try and answer it. You counter the Fire, right?
I would think so, yeah.
Yeah, there we go. It's a bit late for a Val, but it's still always going to put in a lot of work in a D&T deck.
Yeah.
Like their mana curve tops out at 3. It's very heavy on 2.
And it's pretty good against that Jace because...
Well, yeah, of course.
End of turn, you can put something in and effectively, like, attack with haste.
Yeah.
Way that you're not going to get a Altitude or whatever. Having said that, I guess he's got Mother out, so...
Yes. Mother of Ruins is such a great card. Like,
it's so
as a 1-drop that changes the game so much.
It's so annoying. It's so hard to swing into.
Yeah.
It really messes around with combat so much. And a letter completely ignoring the value it has against removal. So just the way it messes with combat is so valuable. Plays out the Volcanic Island. Goes down to 17, is it?
Yeah, I feel like it might be going to play out the Jace here.
Yeah. I think that's what we're going to see.
Looking at Jack's hand there, I can't make out those middle 2 cards. That's a...
So Phyrexian Revoker, and then I'm not sure what's next to it. Another
Flicker Wisp by the looks of it, yeah.
Is it? Yeah, I believe you're right.
All right, there we go. Jace comes down. Matt's just thinking.
So this is going to be strong. Obviously, he can brainstorm away, and as he is.
It looks like he's brainstorming, yeah.
The Terminus, so that he can miracle that Terminus for one.
Yeah, beautiful.
Which is good, because although he almost has the 6 mana to play Terminus, he doesn't have that extra white source at the moment. So, on top of the fact that, 1 mana Wrath.
That's it. Who needs top?
Yeah, exactly.
All right, Jack's tutoring up now. What do you search for in this case?
Yeah.
Stoneforge, yeah, that's fair. He's got a Batterskull in hand.
Yeah. Batterskull in hand.
Trying to close out the game as quickly as possible. Death and Taxes is a sweet deck in Legacy because, in its essence, it's still just a white weenie beatdown deck.
Yeah,
with the best white weenies.
Yeah, it's one of the better fair decks, I think.
Yeah. This is a very fair matchup as well compared to our last 2 games.
Yeah, very much so. Yeah, this is definitely not ending in 3 or 4 minutes.
I feel like we've got very traditional control. Traditional aggro.
Yeah, yep.
As opposed to turn 3 Emeralds and 2020 Flyers.
So I guess he's going to play out a land. Probably the Tundra, I would imagine. Because he's I'm assuming he's not going to want to shuffle the top of his library with that Terminus on top.
Right, Ponder here is seeing a Snapcaster and a...
Yep, cool. So he's going to draw the Snapcaster.
Cool.
And
all right.
Okay, so he does play fetch land, passes the turn.
No, he's using Jace as well, yeah, Fate Sealing.
Unfortunately, we can't see what that is. But puts it at the bottom.
Putting the Thalia to the bottom, we've heard from our producer. Yep. Yeah, that's a definite fair call.
Jack draws, Cavern of Souls.
So what is your name on the second one? Illusion?
Yeah, I guess so, yeah.
All right, casting the Stoneforge. Getting the search.
Land. Cool.
Second Cavern is on core. Okay.
Right. So he's finding a sword of fire and ice.
Yeah,
cool.
great.
Okay. Seems pretty decent.
Yeah, so he's got the sword and the Batterskull now.
So he's going to be able to cheat those in.
Yeah. Do you just flash in the Batterskull now, or do you hold out?
He's going to have to wait.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'd be untapping next turn, passing the turn. End of turn, you get to flash it in and start swinging, hopefully.
That's it. Looks like Matt's cutting up a token. There we go. That Cavern of Souls is on core, and that one's on human. It's good to keep track of when you've got 2 different caverns in play with different names, yeah.
Going to swing in.
Just going in,
Jace, is he? Yep. Cool.
Yeah, you definitely have to go for Jace. That's his win con, just sitting there on the board.
Yep. He's got a brainstorm in hand.
He's porting down the Tundra, yep. Restricting his access to white.
So this is the Terminus, yeah?
I believe so, yes. Yeah, good call on Jack's part.
Cool.
Yeah, cool.
Bye. So he can still cast the Batterskull here.
Yeah.
I mean, casting it into Jace might not be the strongest thing for him to be doing.
No.
But I mean, hey, once the game grinds down, it's still something you can do.
What else is Matt looking at in hand? He has a couple of counterspells still, or is he just...
So there was a Brainstorm.
Yes.
There's a Snapcaster, obviously.
Yep, good.
That Tundra and Portent. Yep.
Cool. I feel like Matt's getting into a good position here.
Yeah, absolutely.
After,
And he's still on a very high lifetime too, so he's still...
Yeah, for sure. Jack couldn't get much in. Portenting him, see, that's what you were talking about earlier. That's cool. So his deck sort of has Denial, Counterspell and Force of Will, and he also has the ability to control your draws, which is really cool.
He really can lock you out of the game.
And you can put the 3 back on top in any order or top and bottom?
I think it's all on top in any order.
Yeah. It looks like he's giving him the Mother and the Caracas second. Mirroring Crusader last. Using Jace to Fate Seal.
Right, so with Portent, you can have them shuffle.
Oh, it looks like he put the Mirroring Crusader on top, and then Fate Seal it down to the bottom with Jace. That's a cool combo, yeah. Leaving Caracas on top for him to draw.
Yep. Obviously, Caracas not particularly good against Matt at all, let alone in this position.
That feels like what Control's all about. Like, manually flooding your opponent just seems really, really cool.
Yeah, so obviously at this point, Matt's going to be just looking at the game really with his Jace. He's still got, I mean, he could beat in with a Snapcaster if he wanted, but he's also got just a blocker here. It's going to be pretty strong.
Yes.
And there we go. The blue beatdown plan.
Yeah, that's it. 10-turn clock. Jace is ticking up to 7. Ooh. What can Jack do to close up the game in a couple of turns?
I'm not sure there's a lot here that he can do, really. I feel like maybe hitting a Vial so that he can, end of turn.
I think he does have that Vial in hand. Yeah.
That's probably his best option. I don't know if he does have one in hand, but if...
There we go, Revoker. That's being countered straight away, isn't it? Easy.
So the losing man with one card in hand.
Sacking his Caracas to get another mana. Playing out the Flicker Wisp. Which doesn't do much for him here, really.
Yeah, I guess that's going to put some pressure on that Jace. Matt, I believe, has a Brainstorm in hand. Is that correct?
Yeah, I do remember seeing one.
So, you can dig for something to do with that.
That's it. All right, Matt is brainstorming. Yep. Looks like he sees a Predict, Unexpectedly Absent, and another Snapcaster on top.
Cool, that's strong.
Yeah. All of that helps him right now, actually.
Yeah, it's actually, definitely decent.
Right, he's taking the Snapcaster.
Okay.
What's he casting off at?
So we're going to hit...
Yeah, just hit that counterspell again. Right. Yeah, that's the game.
Okay, so what are we going to see out of the sideboards here?
Yeah, right. So Jack in his sideboard has, for Control, not a huge amount. I'm seeing a Pithing Needle in there, which you could definitely bring in against the Jace.
Yeah. And the Narset that Matt has as well. So
okay.
Four Planeswalkers there. But other than that, yeah.
Otherwise Jack doesn't look like he has much to sort of come in against Matthew.
Maybe Council's Judgment, maybe?
Yeah, Council's Judgment, bit of removal.
But yeah, other than that, not a whole heap. In terms of Matt, what does he have here? Again, not a lot. Maybe Monastery Mentor, perhaps?
Yeah, getting some blockers down is a big deal in this. He's also got Meddling Mage in there, which I think we've just gotten word that he's bringing that in.
Yeah. I mean, just getting to put some dudes on the board to block with, and kind of interrupt that plan of Jack's.
That's right. Matthew's actually looking at the
Containment Priest.
Yeah.
Again, maybe
hard about it.
Just a flash dude. I guess it's pretty good against top. Sorry, not top, Vial.
Vial, yeah. Jack does look like he is sideboarding a bit more than we would have assumed. I wonder what else he's bringing in.
So what does he take out here? He takes out the counter spells by the look of it. I guess, they're not very good against Vial and the Caverns.
Yeah, it's very fair.
So how do you feel about this matchup? Who do you think is having an easier time? Who would you rather be?
Oh, it's hard to say. Like, they're both very different decks and they're both very fair. I feel like if I'm Jack and I can just get a fast start, get like Stoneforge down on turn 2, get an equipment going, and just start beating down, then I'm very happy. Yep. If I'm Matt, as soon as I stabilize, I feel like I can close out that game. Because everything I can deal with, like he's got the removal, he's got the counter magic. It'll be very interesting to see how games 2 and 3 go down. I'm not sure how much the sideboards are going to affect it, as much as just their play styles and the way the decks work. But
yeah, I mean, both of the decks not being combo decks.
Yes.
There's not really that kind of haymaker effect you get with some sideboard cards in other matchups.
Yeah.
Where you just play your Blood Moon against your lands opponent.
For sure.
And that can really kind of mess them up.
Yeah. We can see, like, I was almost going to say Blood Moon before, but both of these lists are playing Blood Moon. They've both got basics. It's
really doesn't do too much against them.
No, not at all. That's it. There's no like big blowout sideboard cards to come in. So this next few matches will definitely come down to these players' skill.
Yeah, I think so.
With their decks.
Yeah, I mean, Jack obviously is a very experienced
Death and
Taxes player.
I imagine Matthew's played a lot of Miracles in the past as well.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know how many games he's put into this particular build, but I'm sure he knows the deck quite well.
The way of playing a control deck or the way of playing an aggro deck doesn't change so much as the cards change. It's the mindset, the mentality.
So it looks like Matt has an Island, a Flooded Strand, a Jace, an Unexpectedly Absent, I think. I can't see what's next to that.
Looks like a Portent at the end. Yeah.
I'm not sure about the card on the right side. I don't know. And a Volcanic Island. So. Seems reasonable. He's got some manipulation, some removal. So Jack has Vile, Flicker Wisp, Wasteland. I think that was a Swords in there. Mother of Urns.
All right, first turn, Aether Vial. Awesome start for Death and Taxes.
You've got to be pretty happy with that. Yep, Island, Portent.
Portent. Yep. Looks like Matthew's written down Portent on there to use as a reminder to use the next upkeep.
Likewise, Jack's put a dice on the on his deck just to remind him to add counters to that vial.
That's it. Always feels bad to miss those triggers.
Yeah, I mean, it certainly happens.
Yeah, these aren't the worst ones. I don't know. Missing a pact is always painful.
Yeah, I've done that before.
Yeah, haven't we all? All right, looks like Portent for the turn. What does Jack have to flash in next turn? Does he have a Mother of Runes in there?
I think so, yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, Mother of Runes. Swords, Flicker Wisp. And,
that's awesome. There's the port as well.
Yeah.
So we can see Matthew did bring in the Surgical Extraction.
Right, okay.
What's that to target? I feel like I always see Surgical as a sideboard choice against big combo decks and stuff like that rely on a couple of cards.
Yeah. I mean, maybe he's hoping to just... I don't know, honestly.
Maybe to hit an Aether Vial if he didn't see it on the first turn.
Counters it or something, yeah.
Just to shut down a few of the key features of the deck, but it might be a little bit too late for that already.
So he's going to play out another Portent.
Another Portent, yeah, sure thing. Targeting himself. Ripping off a Jace at the top. This is second Jace and another Portent.
Third Jace. I think he's got two in hand.
He's got two in hand, does he?
Yeah, so
Jesus.
Shuffling that away,
yeah.
Sure.
Not a lot of action yet to complement the Jace, but hopefully once it comes down, he'll have stuff to follow it up and keep it alive.
I mean, but at the moment, like, it's not like he's getting his face bashed in.
Yeah.
So
here we go. Mother of Runes coming down.
Yeah, vialing in a 1/1's not the biggest clock at the moment, so he's got a little bit of time.
Yeah. Looks like Jack just drew the Caracas off the top. Now has access to white mana naturally.
Passes the turn, upkeep, taps down the island.
Yeah.
So Snapcaster. I feel like that's a pretty good draw.
Not many targets for it yet, apart from the two Portents and the third one in his hand, but...
Yeah, I mean, next turn during his upkeep, if Jack goes to tap down an island, he can, Snapcaster, flashback the Portent. Obviously, he's just playing the Portent in his hand at the moment.
We're seeing a Terminus off the top.
Right.
Great card in this matchup. We saw it basically win Matthew the game in the last rounds to set Jack back a few turns.
Yeah, I mean, it's really a key to this deck, not just folding to some of the creature-based decks. It's such an important card.
I wonder what Matthew's thinking here. He might put it down. He's put it third from the top? Oh, shuffling.
He's shuffling away. Okay.
I feel like, on the other hand, you might want to keep the Terminus down there and maybe move it again with something else and then sort of keep it around for when Jack expands his board, but...
Maybe he just, feels
maybe he's looking for something else.
He's not being pressured enough to warrant it at this stage.
Aether Vial ticking up to 3.
Yeah, that's
He can hit that Wisp in his hand. He's got Revoker off the top.
Imagine he names Jace.
I'm sure he does. Unless he got a cheeky name on Flooded Strand.
Yeah.
But
I think we're about to.
I think we're about to find out. Yeah. There we go, Jace. Yeah.
Kind of nullifies the 2 Jace in his hand.
Yeah.
Can't be too happy about that, I'd imagine.
Yeah. No. What else is Matthew looking at in his hand at the moment? Another portent. I think he had another land.
And
He's brainstorming to see what else he can see. Oh, he did bring in the Blood Moons. Okay. So he does have an issue with the Wastelands and Ports. And Caracasses that Jack runs, actually. Although I feel like it won't affect the game too much with Vial out already and fully ticked out.
I mean, Jack also has a lot of value lands. Obviously, you can see every land he's playing at the moment is a non-basic.
Cabinet Souls, Horizon Canopy.
Yep.
Yeah. It does have a few more targets than I would have originally thought. He's thinking about this one for a sec.
He's going to keep them on top. Cool.
Yeah. That's the 4th portent of the game.
Yeah. He's seen a lot of cards.
Yeah.
Going to draw that card, which was the moon.
All right, just Jack trying to get him for damage. He's going to try and close out this game before Matthew can
Really
get back on his feet. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's the way to go. Jack himself doesn't have any other huge threats to play. He's got the Flicker Wisp in hand, and he's just got a second Caracass and a Swords to Plowshares, which probably won't see much use in this game.
Yeah, look, that's 5 damage a turn between the Flicker Wisp and the Revoker. So I mean, it's a decent clock.
Yeah. I did notice he didn't bring in the Flicker Wisp last turn off the Vial, so he may be saving it potentially to change the target on the Revoker or to do something else.
At the island to play the Blood Moon.
Yes.
Cool. I'm not sure that Jack's really too bothered by that.
No.
That much, really.
He's a big thumbs up. He's a happy guy.
Yeah, I think he's pretty happy with his position at the moment.
Yeah.
Draws a Thalia for the turn. He's going to play that Thalia down.
That's a good draw for Jack.
Yeah, absolutely.
Now we can close out the game a lot quicker. So note with Jack, with Blood Moon as well, he does still play a bunch of basic plans, even though he plays a lot of utility lands. So it's not like he actually gets cut out of a Colour of Mana or anything.
Yeah, it's not like he can't possibly
Yeah.
cast any of his spells. So
Matt's looking at the Jace.
Yeah, the Jason's hand, the unexpected, the action that he can't cast.
Well, that's rough.
Kind of rough at the moment.
A lot of cards, but not much to do with them.
I guess he's got that Snapcaster to flash back and cast the 5th portent of the game.
He's got to be sick of it by now. What's he searching for with them? Like, what else can he do to... He just needs a Terminus, right?
Yeah, I'd imagine this stage he's looking for Terminus. I would think.
Stoneforge coming down. This looks like Jack pulling ahead.
Yeah, I don't think Matt has a lot of time.
No.
Really probably needs to hit that Terminus pretty soon, I would think.
Searching for Sword of Fire and Ice. Just a way to get some more card advantage back. Batterskull at this point might be too much.
I mean, it gives protection from blue. 5. Not particularly relevant with the Jace, but obviously means the creature can't be blocked by things like
Snapcaster. Yeah. He's brainstorming in combat.
What does he say? Extraction, Swords to Plowshares, and a Scalding Tarn, I think.
Hmm. He might just take that Swords, but it doesn't help him too much. The thing is, it is control. If he can have the time to keep removing things and surviving until he can find a Terminus, even if he's on 1 life, he's still very much in the game.
Yeah, absolutely.
Life is a resource.
So it looks like he put... Did he put both the Jaces away?
Yeah.
All right. So he's got the Plowshares in hand.
I imagine he'll... Is that a Predict there in the middle of his hand?
Yeah, I believe so.
I imagine he'll get rid of the Jaces. Oh, one of them at least.
Get rid of one of them. Doesn't really need the redundancy.
No.
Okay, so we're going to see Flicker Wisp come in. Look at the planes away. Right?
Okay. Interesting.
In response, he's going to... Is he going to Predict or is he going to Swords? Is he kind of...
He's thinking about the Swords. He looks like he's floated 2 mana though.
Yeah.
What do you do if you're in this position? I think you just predict, right? You got to dig for more cards. You want to find that terminus.
I would think so.
You can cast that swords next turn. He's using the swords.
On the Flicker Wisp. Cool. Okay.
Okay.
So Jack didn't want to mother the Flicker Wisp there. Okay.
Interesting to not swords the Revoker.
Yeah.
To not.
Especially knowing that you're going to draw that Jace.
Exactly, yeah. I imagine he will flash back the swords with Snapcaster and try and get rid of the Revoker once Jace is resolved.
Yeah, perhaps just block it and whatnot.
Yeah. Even still, it looks like Jace may die as soon as he comes down.
So he's looking at his graveyard, looking at what he can flash back with Snapcaster.
Looking at Portent, Brainstorm, and Swords to Plowshares.
Passing the turn. Jack untaps. He draws a face down card.
Something that's not as good as Sword and Faranas. All right, flashing it in, giving it to Talia.
Yep. Cool response.
Yeah.
And then he's going to mother it.
Yes.
Fair enough. So we're going to see a Thalia hit.
That's so frustrating for Matthew. He has to deal with a creature twice in a turn just because of Mother.
Yeah. And that's, it's why it's such a bit of the deck.
It doesn't contribute to the damage or anything, but it just adds so much to the game plan against anything with interaction, basically.
Yeah. And it attacks such a great, wide variety of decks.
Yeah.
It's not just great against one kind of deck.
That's it.
It plays a decent role in a lot. So we can see and predict here. Obviously knew what it was on top of his deck still. Draws 2 cards, Snapcaster and a land.
Okay. So Matthew's down to 6 at the moment. He kind of has to get through the next turn and try and see a terminus. Otherwise, this might be game. Yeah, there we go. No action for Matthew. Stoneforge won the game for Jack there, in his opinion. All right, moving into game 3.
Okay, yeah. So
that was a great game, man.
It was, yeah. I guess we got to. I guess Death and Taxes really showcased what it does as a deck.
Yeah, we got to see good play on both sides. Matthew searching throughout the whole game to try and find an answer and staying alive, doing exactly what a control player should.
So we're seeing Matt kind of going back on his sideboard, taking those surgical extractions out. It looks like he probably took some other cards out as well. So
possibly the Blood Moons?
Yeah, perhaps.
Yeah.
What's he going to bring in?
He took out the Forces and counterspells in the first game. Looks like he's bringing the Forces back in. He's thinking about it.
Yeah, okay.
I can imagine feeling after the first game that it was so
2 and 2, right?
Irrelevant against the Cavern of Souls, but the thing is, it's not always going to be there. There's other creature types.
Yep. Yeah.
It still does have a use.
As you said, takes the blood moons out.
Yes. So. Okay. I think that's a fair call. Jack's pretty happy with his boarding choices.
Yeah. Yep. Jack's just happy to shuffle and pass.
All right, if you're Matthew coming into this game, how are you going to approach it? Are you doing anything differently or just trying to see the same cards that you need to see?
Yeah, I'm imagining he's going to hope to draw a little bit more removal.
Yep.
Not draw all of his portents. So draws Meddling Mage, Island, Force of Will, Brainstorm. I'm not sure.
That seems like a sweet hand.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a keep.
Yeah. Yeah, it's definitely got things to do. He's got a ponder there, so he can find... I'm not sure if he only had one land there, but he can obviously...
He can find one.
There we go. As he does.
So what do you name with 2 Meddling Mages? Against Death and Taxes? Stoneforge?
I mean...
Thalia?
Yeah, Stoneforge maybe? I mean...
Aether Vial if it wasn't already there?
Exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
I think you're also just happy to have a 2-cost 2/2.
That's true.
Just the body itself does a lot of work against the deck.
That's very true.
It kind of stems the bleeding a little bit. Doesn't play it though. Passes. Okay. Jack plays out a Jitte.
Not super relevant against Matthew's deck, but it's still an amazing card.
It is. I play elves and I hate that card.
Yeah.
I hate that card so much.
Any creature-based deck just folds to Jitte, I'm sure. And Matthew might be feeling that with his 2 mages.
Yeah.
He's looking 2 meddling mages and a snapcaster. He's looking a bit creature-heavy this game.
Yeah, he's got a Force of Will. That Jitte.
Definitely,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, that Jitte could make light work of the meddling mages, as you said. Like, gets rid of them pretty quickly. And makes all of Jack's creatures serious threats.
That's it.
Even if he just draws his, 1 mana 1/1,
Yeah.
doesn't matter.
Meddling Mage being a good card to pitch to Force as well, knowing that he has a second one.
Yep, absolutely.
Seeing a Portent, drawing the Terminus.
So Terminus and Meddling Mage, with the Terminus being the bottom of those 2 cards.
Okay.
Untap, draw the Meddling Mage. Plays out the land. And he's going to Portent. Okay. Yep,
Portenting
that's it.
himself again, yep.
So the extra cards that he says are Tundra and another Portent.
Do you move that Terminus further down?
I would think so. Yeah, I mean,
I feel like
Jack-
you're looking for a blowout against Jack.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
You don't want a Terminus to get rid of one creature.
Yeah,
You really want a Terminus to kind of like 3-for-1 them.
that's it. Yeah, there we go. Puts Terminus.
Bottom?
Ooh, looks
Was that
like it. Yeah, there we go. There from the top. Do you cast the Meddling Mage's turn 2 or just say go? Yeah. He's drawing off Portent in his upkeep as well.
Didn't have to leave a note.
Yeah, I memorized it after the 4 times he cast it last game.
That's it.
Cool. He's playing Recruiter,
Won't be forgetting that card.
searching for a Sanctum Prelate. Okay.
Right, okay. So what's
Sanctum on 1 does cripple Matthew's deck a lot.
Yeah. I mean, there's a whole range of numbers. Like, I think there are a lot of viable numbers that he can name
Yeah.
here that, aren't horrible.
Yeah. Yeah, I feel like I'm happy on 1 to slow down his draws, happy on 2 to preventing against some of the counter spells. And
Look, naming the 6, right?
yeah, that's true. Meddling Mage coming down. We'll see all your names there in a second.
There's a Vials in an Avenger.
Yeah. The Meddling Mage is cast as well, yeah? They can't cast.
Yeah, they can't cast.
So
as
Ether
well.
Vial does get around that.
Yep, absolutely.
Yeah, right. That's got to feel pretty bad. Naming the Prelate that he just saw.
Yeah,
That's
okay.
a fair call.
Well, I mean, Witch is just going to be able to sneak
Yeah.
in, so.
Yeah, that's an issue. Does Matthew have any way to deal with the Vial while it's resolved? I don't think he does.
I guess unexpectedly absent.
Yeah,
right?
okay. Council's Judgment is permanent, I believe.
Yeah.
All right, I think he's just casting the Portent here. Note that he has drawn that Terminus and hasn't cast it.
Yeah, well, he's going to get to put it back,
Yeah.
back on top. Is that 2 Terminus?
Looks like it might be. That's the second card might be Unexpectedly Absent that we've just been talking about.
Plays Volcanic Island. Passes the turn.
You can see Jack's got a pretty loaded hand here too. He's got the Flicker Wisp,
Yeah.
the Prelate which he can't cast, and the Council's Judgment of his own.
So, got a swing in there. I'm sure Matthew's sitting here hoping that Jack just offloads more cards
Yeah,
on the
exactly.
board to really just up the effectiveness of that Terminus.
If you're Jack, are you thinking that Matthew's not able to see the Terminus, or he's been like just searching for it? Oh, look at this.
Right, there we go.
Wow.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Oh, no.
Yeah, and then the Mother, yeah.
Right, so Matthew's just cast Terminus at the top with Miracle. And then in response, Jack has flashed in Sanctum Prelate on 6.
Yep.
To stop it from being cast.
In response to that,
Yes, Matthew has Swords to Plowshares the Prelate.
and then in response to that,
Mother of Ruins has made the Prelate have protection from white. Wow, that's so cool.
you'd have to feel atrocious there as Matt.
This is what Magic's all about. That's a great sequence.
I'm sure that's definitely not how he expected that to
Yeah.
go down. I mean, he knew all those cards were there, but
Yeah. Yeah, everything was on board or in hand and known
yeah, I mean,
about.
he knew about it.
Yeah.
But maybe he didn't expect Jack to play it out that
That's
way.
it. What a
I mean,
sequence.
perhaps he felt that he just had to and hoped that Jack didn't see that line.
Yeah, for sure. It was a bit of a convoluted line, but Jack knows the deck inside and out. It's cool that, like, it's still a white Winnie, turn your card sideways and do damage deck, but at the same time, there are so many cool tricks and...
There's so much interaction.
Yeah. That's where the taxes part comes in. It's not just death. There's taxes and all sorts of tricks.
So what does Matt hope to draw here? I don't know how he can really deal with this board at this stage.
Yeah, well, he can't cast Terminus.
Hopefully he hits a swords right this. Like, hopefully he would have hoped to, draw some cards and hit a swords whilst that mother's tapped down. Because if it doesn't happen now, it's... yeah,
that's it.
That board state's going to kill him.
Honestly, I feel really good about Jack winning this match. Matthew doesn't look like he can pull out.
He's also only on 8, so...
Yeah. Looks like one more turn. He does have the Snapcaster as a blocker, if that'll do it, but... Portenting, just digging.
Just digging. And...
There's the swords.
So... Does this save him?
Is he able to swords the prelate and get the Terminus in a place where he wants it to be that he can cast it without dying first?
Can he hard cast the Terminus?
I don't think he has enough mana up. He's just spent a couple. Yeah, Matthew's looking at this hand, trying to see any possible line to get him out of this. Jack's been putting on immense pressure this game compared to the first game.
Should play Dread of Night.
Just splash the black.
Yeah, just
worth
splash
it.
The black.
Yeah.
Let's play a single Lotus Petal. Get greedy.
That's it. He's passing the turn.
Drawing that card, which Brainstorm, obviously.
Council's Judgment. Is that the game?
Yeah, I think so.
Matthew can brainstorm in response. He can try and find an answer to it, but I think he's just down. Tight moment here for these players. This turn will definitely be the decider.
Yeah, I mean, I think this is a really great example of that more interactive Legacy at the moment. So just being able to play good value cards, playing and like digging with Brainstorms and Portents and
yeah, for sure.
And really crafting the game. Unfortunately, it didn't turn out that way for Matt. He didn't get to, pull out the result that he would have liked.
That's it. Congratulations to Jack Jiggins for winning that game. Very skillful player with his Death and Taxes. Great player by Matthew as well. Really cool to see some, like you were just saying, they're two very interactive Legacy decks just featuring strong cards and players that know how to use them perfectly.
Yeah, absolutely. And I think it's great that even after the banning Miracles, we're still seeing a Miracles deck that is viable.
Yeah.
But not only viable, it's actually good.
Yeah.
So... yeah, hopefully we'll see a little bit more of it.
Let's go. Great to see you guys. Thanks for joining me again, Chris. We'll be back again for the 4th round. And take care, guys.
Cheers.
Step, the clock is ticking, but there's no time for me.